Good afternoon. It is me. I am back just randomly talking. I had a really good trip this last week with a really nice flight attendant. She's half my age, but we got along really well and we worked together and we had a really nice time on our layovers. We had Norfolk, Virginia twice, and then where did we go? That's a shame that I just got off of this 4-day trip. Pennsylvania, and I can't remember nothing. You will find that you will lose your memory while you're working. I don't never remember where I've been. People ask me all the time when I get back, where'd you go? I'm like, let me go back and look at my trip sheet. I don't remember nothing. I can't tell you what happened, nothing at all. And I have been asleep for literally, I got back from my trip on Sunday night. I have been asleep since Sunday. I'm just now getting up, walking outside. I flew home. I came home because I had a doctor's appointment and everything. But I've literally been asleep. I'm so tired. It's like this job is going to make you lose your mind as far as you don't remember nothing. You have to ask, what's today? What time is it? What time zone are we in? Where you went, where you flew to. You have to look back at your schedule. You don't remember nothing. And there was a little small incident that happened while we were working, and I immediately had to write an IO report at that second when it happened, because I knew that if I waited until after I came home, I wasn't gonna remember anything. And true enough, I was at the doctor's office today, and in-flight called me, or supervisor called me to ask me what happened. And she got it because of the surface feedback that she got regarding the incident. And I couldn't tell her who, what, when, where, why. I was like, let me go back to my report and read what happened, because I really don't even remember. My memory has gotten that bad. I'm like, when I go to the hotel room, from my trips, I take off everything and leave it all in the same spot, because you will forget stuff. And you're walking through the airport like, did I have this? Did I have this? I lost my flight attendant certificate and can't even tell you where I was at and if I had it or not. I check all my compliance stuff, and I came home. The last time I was home, I had it to get, I got it through IAH. I had it on at the airport. So in between getting through security at IAH, going to my crash pad when I landed in Chicago, and getting up the next day to go to work through security again, I sat down on the plane. I was being deadheaded to a job, and then it clicked in my brain that my flight attendant certificate was gone. I can't tell you when I even realized that it was missing. So I had to order another one, and it should be here in a few weeks. But my brain is like, I can't remember anything. So that's one of the things you're going to go through is your loss of memory, trying to focus. And the other thing is, and I'm sorry to have to say this, but it is a part of flying, but I have really bad gas. I'm going to say flatulence, for the bougie folks who might be offended. But I asked some other flight attendant friends of mine, is that something that they have? And they all told me yes, because when you're on the plane, your body expands a lot. And I drink lots of water, but I've been home and that's all I've been doing. They call it crop dusting when you're on the plane, but I'm like trying to come down from the flying for those 4 days, and I just have real flatulence, just air, every time I walk, when I sleep or turn a certain way, it's just like, this is not hot. This is not cute at all. Damn mosquitoes. This is not gonna work. But that's another thing that you're gonna go through as well. That's why I told you on a previous video to take care of yourself prior to if you're, headed to training, if you're at training, before you come back to do your IOE, try to go work out like 30 minutes a day, go walking, do some jumping jacks or something to get in shape, because this will test your body, because it doesn't seem, people call us peanut pushers or pretzel pushers, and they think that's all we do, but it's a lot of wear and tear on your body mentally and physically. So just, I want you guys to stay healthy and eat right and drink lots of water. There's a couple of things that I, been experienced that I would just like to share, just in case you happen to go through it. What else has been going on? I'm outside and it's came pouring down rain, and so these mosquitoes and stuff is out right now, and I'm by the pool, so forgive me. Someone I ran into, just a random flight attendant in the airport, and she was telling me that a couple of people that she knew who also flew, an experience that happened with her regarding some older, what we call them senior mama, senorita flight attendants and gate agents who happened to be really rude and ugly and nasty to them, and she was real sensitive about it, almost like she wanted to cry. And I was like, girl, you better not, let them people, for one, you don't let anybody talk to you any kind of way or what have you. It's a way for you to nip that in the bud without being a total bitch, and cussing folks out. You can be real nice, nasty to them. And I've had to, let a person know, hey, I'm not that chick, but I did it real nice. And they're going to try you, especially with you being new. You don't know nothing. They think you don't know nothing. And some of them don't want to work with new people, but, what can you do? You're going to have to. So when you run across those people, don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. You don't have to be ugly about it, even though they're being ugly, but you can speak up for yourself and let them know, hey, I don't appreciate that tone. I don't appreciate what you said or anything like that. And then if you feel threatened by it, you let the supervisor know, write a service report on them, because, this is a customer service based job. You have to encounter people every day. You're talking to different people every day, and you have to have a smile on your face. You need to be nice to people even if you don't want to. So I wouldn't allow anyone to talk to me any kind of way. I'm not having it. Passengers either. There's a way that you can really be authoritative to them as well, and nice. Do it with a smile without coming off bitchy. There's a way for you to do that. So just don't take stuff off of people and let people run all over you and make you cry or make you hate your job, because SkyWest is really a good company. And for the most part, in my experience so far, 6 months in, I've really met some really nice people that are easy to talk to and that you can go to for whatever the situation is. I haven't had any really bad experiences that I want to quit or I'm going to cry and complain about. That hasn't been my experience, but I'm sure people have had those experiences. So just don't let it get to you. Know what your purpose is, and you're there to work and get your job done and then go home. I haven't had my what is it called, my line check yet, so I'm sure it's coming up because it's been 6 months, so I'm sure I'm going to have that. So when I was on my last trip, when you do your pre-flight, which they drill in your head constantly in training, you have to say your pre-flight out loud. And now when I do it, I know what I'm looking for and I do it, but I'm saying it in my head. So now I'm starting to get into the habit of saying it out loud so I can prepare for my line check, because I know what I'm looking for and why. I just need to start saying it out loud so that when I have my line check, I'll be prepared for that. But I remember when it used to take me 5 minutes to do a pre-flight because I was so paranoid and making sure I didn't forget anything. And now I can do my pre-flight in less than 3 minutes. And so as soon as I'm walking on board, I'm starting, before I even put my first bag down. So, especially on those MSTs, you should just always start at the door and work your way around. And once you guys start getting your pre-flight, because I don't want to give too much away if you're in training, that's like you're going over that in training, so I don't want to say too much about it. But I'm really enjoying my job. I get up every day, no matter what time I have to report. I get up, I do my makeup, put on my clothes, they're ironed, my face is beat to the gods. Hair is combed while I'm home. I gotta go get a haircut while I'm here. So when I go back to work, I have a 4-day scheduled already in October, and I'm looking forward to that. My first leg is going to be like 5 legs, so I'm going to be really tired and working first class. But we're going to some nice places. I think I'm going to Richmond, Traverse City, Michigan, and somewhere else. Oh, White Plains, New York. So it's a pretty good trip. I'm looking forward to that. I've never worked with any of these pilots or flight attendants before. I don't know any of them. I think they're senior than me, but it still should be a good trip. But that has been my journey so far. No complaints. Still here, 6 months in. I've been taking better care of myself, doing what my doctors tell me to do, because I'm not trying to, be off of work or anything like that. But I'm just tired. So, good luck again, guys, and hopefully we get to work together. You see me in the airport in ORD or what have you, please say hello, and hopefully we'll get to fly together soon. All right, take care.